Imagine this. You've just received an enormous amount of money. Maybe you won the lottery, cashed in on a huge business deal, or inherited a massive fortune. Whatever the case, you're now rich. Wealth has fallen into your lap overnight, and life as you know it is about to change drastically. But here's the question, are you prepared for it? The truth is, sudden wealth can be as dangerous as it is exciting. Most people fantasize about hitting it big, but few stop to consider what comes next. Many stories of overnight millionaires end in disaster, not because they lacked money, but because they lacked a plan. Without the right mindset and strategy, this newfound wealth can quickly slip through your fingers. You might find yourself broke within a few years, or worse, entangled in legal battles, family disputes, or financial mismanagement. You've heard the saying, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, with great wealth comes even greater responsibility. The way you manage this new money will define whether it elevates your life or becomes a source of regret. And today, we're going to talk about how to handle that responsibility. How to approach sudden wealth with the right mindset. How to protect it, grow it, and ensure that it doesn't control you. Because here's the truth. Wealth isn't just about having money. It's about keeping it, growing it, and using it wisely. If you're not careful, sudden wealth can destroy your relationships, your peace of mind, and your future. But if you handle it correctly, it can be a launchpad to a life of freedom, purpose, and legacy. Let's dive into how you can turn sudden wealth into long-lasting success. The first thing you must do when you suddenly become rich is nothing. That's right. Don't rush out to buy that dream car, don't quit your job just yet, and don't announce your wealth to the world. Why? Because the initial thrill of sudden wealth can cloud your judgment. It's human nature to want to celebrate and indulge when something extraordinary happens. But the decisions you make in those first days and weeks are critical. They can either set you up for long-term success or lead you down a path of financial ruin. Think of sudden wealth as stepping onto a battlefield. The stakes are high and you need to be strategic. Start by taking a deep breath and letting the reality of your situation sink in. This isn't a windfall you should treat recklessly. It's an opportunity that can change your life forever. But you must take a moment to reflect and gather your thoughts before making any rash decisions. First and foremost, assemble a team of trusted professionals. You need experts in your corner who know how to handle large sums of money. This includes a certified financial planner, a tax advisor, and a lawyer. These professionals will help you navigate the legal and financial landscape of your newfound wealth. Don't rely on friends or family for advice unless they are professionals themselves. Sudden wealth attracts unsolicited advice from all corners, and you'll need to filter through it with caution. Make sure you're getting guidance from people who are qualified and have your best interests in mind. Next, get organized. Take a full inventory of your assets. How much money are we talking about? Is it liquid cash or is it tied up in stocks, real estate, or other investments? Understanding exactly what you have will help you make informed decisions moving forward. This is also the time to start thinking about your immediate financial obligations. Are there debts that need to be paid off? Do you need to set aside money for taxes? These are practical concerns that should be addressed before you even think about spending a dime. Remember, the initial phase of sudden wealth is about protection, not indulgence. Protect your assets from impulsive decisions. Protect yourself from opportunists. Protect your future by building a solid foundation. Once you've got that in place, you can start thinking about the next steps. Money is a powerful tool, but it can also be dangerous if you don't know how to handle it. If you suddenly become rich, the first thing you must master is your mindset. You need to understand that having money doesn't automatically make you financially savvy. In fact, sudden wealth often brings with it a host of new challenges: temptation, greed, and the pressure to keep up with an inflated lifestyle. You've heard stories about lottery winners and athletes who go broke within a few years of coming into large sums of money. Why does this happen? Because they never learned to think like wealthy people. They let the money control them, rather than the other way around. And you can't afford to make that mistake. So what does it mean to have a wealth mindset? It means understanding that wealth is not just about consumption. It's about preservation and growth. It means viewing your money as a tool that can create more opportunities, rather than something to simply be spent. You need to adopt a long-term perspective and recognize that the money you have today can disappear tomorrow if you're not careful. The key to developing a wealth mindset is discipline. You need to resist the urge to splurge on things that don't add value to your life. Sure, you can treat yourself to something special. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your wealth. But don't let luxury become your new normal. Too many people fall into the trap of upgrading their lifestyle to match their new income, only to find that they can't sustain it. They buy bigger houses, fancier cars, and start living in a way that eats away at their wealth rather than preserving it. Remember, the goal is financial freedom, not financial bondage. Every decision you make should be geared toward preserving and growing your wealth, not diminishing it. This requires a shift in thinking from spending on liabilities to investing in assets. Don't waste your money on things that lose value over time. Instead, put it into investments that will grow, create passive income, and provide for you long into the future. Another crucial aspect of the wealth mindset is understanding that money can't buy happiness. Yes, it can provide comfort and freedom, but if you're not careful, it can also bring stress and unhappiness. Wealth comes with responsibility, and that responsibility can be overwhelming if you're not prepared for it. You need to learn how to manage your money without letting it manage you. Now that you've taken a moment to pause and develop the right mindset, it's time to talk about the next critical step: making your money work for you. The rich don't stay rich by sitting on their money, they invest it. If you suddenly come into wealth, the worst thing you can do is let it sit idle. Inflation will eat away at its value, and before you know it, your fortune could be worth much less than it was when you first received it. So how do you make your money work for you? By investing strategically. The goal is to build a portfolio that generates passive income and grows over time. There are several investment options to consider, and the right choice for you will depend on your risk tolerance, financial goals, and personal preferences. But no matter what, diversification should be at the core of your strategy. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's start with stocks and bonds. These are classic investment vehicles that can provide both growth and income. Stocks offer the potential for high returns, but they also come with more risk. Bonds, on the other hand, are more stable and provide a fixed income stream. A balanced portfolio should include a mix of both, tailored to your risk tolerance. Next, consider real estate. Real estate is a tangible asset that can provide steady rental income while appreciating over time. Investing in rental properties can be a great way to generate passive income, especially if you have the capital to buy properties outright. Just be sure to factor in the costs of property management, maintenance, and potential vacancies. Another option is business ownership. If you have a passion for entrepreneurship, now might be the time to invest in or start your own business. This can be a high-risk, high-reward move, but if done correctly, it can provide both financial and personal fulfillment. You can either start a business from scratch or invest in an existing business that has a proven track record. And finally, don't forget about alternative investments like private equity, hedge funds, or even cryptocurrency. These can offer significant returns, but they also come with higher risks. Make sure you do your due diligence and consult with your financial advisor before diving into these areas. The key to smart investing is patience and discipline. You're not going to get rich overnight, and you shouldn't try to. Slow, steady growth is the name of the game. Stick to your investment strategy, rebalance your portfolio as needed, and avoid the temptation to chase quick wins. Remember, this wealth is an opportunity to create lasting financial security, not a lottery ticket to be cashed in for short-term gains. Once you've started investing your wealth, the next priority is protecting it. Sudden wealth can attract all kinds of risks, legal, financial, and even personal. If you don't take steps to protect your assets, you could find yourself losing more than you've gained. This means being proactive about insurance, estate planning, and legal protection. Start by ensuring that you have the right insurance coverage. This includes health insurance, life insurance, and property insurance. If you own real estate, make sure you have sufficient coverage for any potential risks like natural disasters or accidents. If you've started a business, look into liability insurance to protect yourself from lawsuits. Estate planning is another crucial aspect of protecting your wealth. You need to have a will in place that clearly outlines how your assets should be distributed in the event of your death. Without a will, your wealth could become the subject of lengthy legal battles or end up in the wrong hands. Work with an estate planner to create a comprehensive plan that covers all your bases. And finally, be mindful of legal risks. Sudden wealth can attract lawsuits, whether from opportunistic individuals or even family members. Make sure you're working with a lawyer who can help you navigate these challenges and protect your assets from legal claims. Sudden wealth is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. The way you handle this new money will determine whether it becomes a blessing or a burden. With the right mindset, a solid plan, and smart investments, you can turn this windfall into lasting financial success. But remember, wealth is not just about money, it's about freedom. It's about having the ability to live life on your terms, to create opportunities for yourself and others, and to leave a legacy that lasts long after you're gone. The question is, are you ready to rise to the occasion? Will you let this wealth control you, or will you control it? Will you take this opportunity to build a future of abundance and freedom, or will you squander it on short-term pleasures? As always, the choice is yours. Choose wisely.